caught what you did there. That was good. I like that. I like that.
With Charles Davis, Jason McCourty, AJ, and Wester still going, and then down across the 35-yard line. A 33-yard Ravens. Jackson did not practice on Wednesday. Had some knee soreness coming out of the win.
Already has moved around as if the knee's not a concern. That big run up the middle,
Derrick Henry lined up next to Lamar Jackson. Mark Andrews puts on the brakes and picks up a first down, getting by Ronnie Hickman, a gain of 12.
And that right there, the Browns came with a blitz. They brought pressure. And we always look at Lamar Jackson for his athletic ability. He does against other teams. Right there, sees it, diagnoses it, and gets the ball out right away to his tight end.
Blitzes. Extra work this week for Lamar as Mitchell takes the toss and picks up a yard on Friday. And what an impressive start to his career, the second-round pick out of UCLA.
It's been amazing, don't you?
Yeah, he was an unranked recruit. He's a walk-on at UCLA. He talked about how that inevitably gives you a chip on your position now, guys.
How he did not play earlier at UCLA is absolutely beyond me with that coaching staff.
He's already made 5, and it brings up third down.
And what I loved about getting a chance to talk with him, whenever he talked about God, Carr was just 42, Lamar Jackson was just 8. Like, that is a football guy through and through. Nameless.
The game has not been too big from him from the word go as a rookie.
3rd and 6, Lamar pump fakes, now comes back in the punt.
Pocket got a little muddy for him there. Pressure at his feet. Watchison Graham, number 94, the rookie out of Michigan. Just enough in there to make Lamar Jackson almost Euro step in the pocket.
Said, yeah, we have a first-year quarterback, a first-year kicker, and a first-year punt returner. It's Gage Larva, Offensive Player of the Year at Oregon last year, and a beautiful pass here. An 18-yard kick.
A ball thrown downfield at a level not within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, whether it's over the middle or this coverage. Very nice. There's Kevin Stefanski, who's giving up play calling to Tommy Reese. Kevin Stefanski took play calls, who's called plays for Nick Saban and Brian Kelly. He's not going to be phased calling plays in the NFL.
Bard, who came across, and Judkins is taken down for a loss of 1.
And Kyle Van Noy told us what he adds to the team is some veteran toughness. Excuse me, that's Green, number 45 as well. Something the Ravens have been looking for since the injury to Matabike.
2nd and 11, and Kyle Van Noy coming up.
Kyle Van Noy does a really good job here of just having a direct path straight to the quarterback. He's coming in here, comes right into your television sets in front of Dylan Gabriel on a defense that have struggled to get sacks.
And for Cam Robinson, who walked off under his own power, Leviston with 4 penalties this year, 3 holds and a false down by Draymond Jones. So the Cleveland native back in his hometown, and it's 4th down.
Brand new left tackle in the game. Don't put your rookie quarterback in a drop back situation where one of those guys can wreck him and punt it away. And let's play some defense.
Well, Jorquez is out with Wester rolling kick. Wester calls for a fair catch, and he lost it. And the Browns recover. Rookie punt returner Wester, a rookie as well.
Break. This end of the stadium, you can see the flags on the goalpost going crazy. And you saw right there where your hands are away from your body and you're not pulling it in, it makes it extremely difficult to corral the football.
The punt coverage, kickoff coverage teams, Grant Delpit, a starting safety on those units. He makes the
6-yard line.
And this is the one to me, if you've got something that you got really...
This play is blown dead. Land Clark was running in.
Further violation by Cleveland will result in a 15-yard penalty. Still first down.
Browns had Brendan. That's what Land Clark is referring to.
Yeah, and as that play was starting, all I could think was, Land Clark, get out the way.
Yeah, he almost got caught in that power.
Bates has now come on the field again for the
go play action. I'd pass the ball on first down, but they're expecting maybe a handoff to Quinshon Judkins.
Njoku hasn't been involved.
And pushes his way to the 3.
See, with the style that Quinshon Judkins runs with, why Kyle Van Noy told us we treat him as a big back. The ground.
Tevin Jenkins reports as eligible for the Browns for 2nd and goal. Jenkins again, and he is stuffed by Brett Urban.
The loss of Cam Robinson at left tackle, I think it comes into play right here. Watching this, Urban with an inside move and straight up field. And he's right into the backfield, almost unchecked.
Gabriel in the shotgun. Gabriel eludes and it's 4th down. The Browns will attempt a field goal.
I think for this defense, we know exactly what you're doing, and we can't anticipate it. Right there, they showed pressure, drop back in field goal after a huge momentum shift on the muff punt.
So a 24-yard field goal attempt. So the punt leads to 3 points for the Browns, and they have a 6-3 lead. Jay, they missed him on that last drive, which was 4 plays, 0 yards. And gained a total of 4 yards. Schmidt will kick it away. Keaton Mitchell is bottled up just shy of the 30-yard line.
Jason, at the top of our game, you mentioned the chaos that the Cleveland defense can. What does John Harbaugh and Todd Monken call it? A quick outcome defense. You're going to know the end of the playbook and wants to really pound away running it. Or does he expand it and try and get wider and throw the ball downfield?
Coming, and he's sacked again by Myles Garrett. His 2nd of the half.
Guys, a little dap for this one. Because he got him on the 2nd, 3rd effort, right? 3rd react. The coverage must be good enough downfield that allows Myles Garrett to make the play come to an end.
And he just shook his head and said, "What don't you see?" A loss of 9. Mitchell, draw touchdown! A pick 6 for the...
A sack on the first one. Right there, throws a little high. Keaton Mitchell should have caught that. Bounces off of his hands all game long. No matter what the score is, what the outcome is, they are coming after you, and they're not apologizing about it.
Point is good. For Devin Bush, that's his first interception in 6. Are in a hole.
And that wasn't a poorly thrown football. But running back,
Wester not back deep again for the kickoff after the muff punt. It is Mitchell, and Mitchell chased out of bounds.
And running backs like the ball a little bit differently. How do they like it in this type of a throw?
Typically, they want that ball on their body to be able to catch
it right in front of your face. That's usually not a target area that running backs are most comfortable with. And that one, and that time.
10-point game with 7:37 to go in the first half. Baltimore has won 3 in a row. Out for a 9-yard run. Ronnie Hickman on the tackle.
And it's not just the run, but I do think the top flurry by the Browns. 2, it's time for Derrick Henry to start affecting the game himself with his pounding of the...
Than he did all of week 2 against the Browns.
And that's the key for their run game and Derrick Henry. Guys penetrating and getting in the backfield, and Derrick Henry couldn't get his legs going. You got to get him before he starts.
Lamar throwing on the run. Zay Flowers is open. First time Flowers has been targeted today, and he goes for 45 yards.
So how does Derrick Henry...
In the NFL, when it comes to the play-action pass, he's able to find Zay Flowers on the corner, and he does the rest once he gets the ball.
Field and taken down. That's Myles Garrett, who came into the day leading the NFL and tackled.
About his quick get off of the line of scrimmage. It's not just the pass plays, and if you don't block him on a run play, you better be far, far from him. Otherwise, the ball carrier's going down.
His 3rd tackle for a loss. 2nd and goal on the ground. And the Ravens will have 3rd and goal coming. They've already been heavy for Baltimore as we approach 5 minutes to play in the first half.
3rd down here for the Ravens. I would expect them to horizontal down here close to the goal line to be able to throw the ball in and put the ball in Lamar Jackson's hands.
And movement up front. Ravens indicating this is against Cleveland.
4th down in New York.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 96. Half the distance to the goal. Down.
you saw on that play back in the ball game.
Be alert for Lamar Jackson running this ball as well.
Up the middle, pushing forward, touchdown! Seventh.
Beauty is if you're Derrick Henry, you're essentially blocking for yourself when you run.
Field, because as a defense, when he's standing to the right of him and they're in a shotgun formation, you have to be alert for Lamar Jackson to get those legs going and get downhill to score the touchdown.
Well, you mentioned it, Jason, with Lamar, 3.8. Big difference as Tyler Loop knocks in the extra point. It was Lamar to Zay and then Derrick in, and it's 13-10. As Loop boots one, it'll be Sampson from his own 1-yard line. Powers play a big part of that drive.
And it was set up off of the good runs by Derrick Henry. So now when they go play action and get the ball down inside. And then watch this. Zay Flowers, the little guy, pushing Derrick Henry in the end. He is.
Cam Robinson is still not in the game at left tackle. KT Leviston remains side. And he gets to the 34-yard line. 10th carry already today.
For Baltimore because there's one name we haven't called. Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah.
And he hasn't not been able to insert himself into the middle of the action, although I wouldn't expect that to last the entire game.
And maybe a yard on the play. And this is what Kyle Van Noy told.
And to that point, when you do that, it allows your pass rushers on the outside to pin their ears back and get after that pocket on him and force him to have to throw over guys. It makes it extremely difficult, and now guys in the back end can make
a little extra rest.
0 for 4 on third down. Pressure coming. Gabriel stands in there, trying to Stimson escorting him out. Fans were looking for a late hit, but no penalty marker.
I think the play. In the play as he's going over the sideline. I'm good.
Touch his leg. You're not calling that.
I'm good with no flag on that.
One earlier in the half, also fielded one at the 2-yard line, but we're going to hit the 2-minute warning first. Back, they have all 3 timeouts. They trail by 3. Matt Ryan, Coach Cowher, all the latest NFLs. They are in Denver. Saw them riding a mechanical bull on the NFL today.
Did about it too.
Flag jump down, multiple flags. Big kick by Bojorquez and Lester Watt.
Could this work for the Browns?
Could. It could.
Last week was a tough one.
Browns offense is coming back out on the field. Land Clark and his
Offside. Defense number 35.
Jake Hummel.
You remember in week 2, Jake Hummel, number 35, backup linebacker this game, and instead turns the ball back over to the Cleveland offense.
So the Ravens have now meant to come back out onto the field with all 3 timeouts. Gabriel at the 40. Cedric Tillman with a big play. Awuzie on the tackle after a
throwing the ball down the field. They fake a screen to Corley on the left and then sent 2 guys vertical. Pin situation where Baltimore is probably expecting a draw or a screen to start 2 minutes.
Longest pass of his shot from Awuzie. Inbounds. Clock will continue to tick. A 5-yard pickup on the play. 9 to go. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Lucas, imagine me and your mom, don't do that. Imagine a magic hug that animals.
For backups in real life.
What's up, little man? When 2 people love each other.
But at least there's Progressive to protect your home enough.
A lot for Kevin Stefanski to digest here because the Browns are kicking into the portion of this.
Still telling your young quarterback, hey, we want to make sure we're making good decisions on this end of the field and take your time. We have possession.
2nd down and 5. Gabriel keeps it, and Gabriel is dead. But Gabriel going nowhere, and now it's 3rd down as Gilman and Hamilton make the tackle. And
addition still. Look at Hamilton raking it out and trying to create a takeaway. But I am totally with you on the strategy part about whether or not we're going to get the ball back. Can we use our timeouts? Can our defense work? Because Cleveland hasn't had the season or been good in zone. Dillon Gabriel, and you made a great point about the wind, Jason. What's happening? The beauty for Dillon Gabriel in this wind, you want that flat throw to try and cut through it. So let's see if that works for him here. But if I'm Tommy Rees, my offense, we haven't had enough success so far this year.
Third throw, more boos come out, along with the kicker, Andre Schmidt, as Cleveland is now over.
The majority of the passes are less than 10 yards, so there is no throwing it down the field, and this is high where he has his feet set, throwing from the pocket, and right there, he just misses his wide receiver.
Biggest successful throw.
Is good. Into the wind, a big kick. Bill having a little chat for Baltimore. And Ali is tackled by Miles Harden on special teams. So 50.
Ball down the seams and trying to get it vertical in that kind of midsection area on the outside for them on Lamar Jackson. 53 seconds to go, and this is a half where you've played extremely well, and he has a chance to go and kind of take.
Jackson gets it out quickly along the sideline, juggled by Flowers. Are they going to
together on it and discussing whether one guy was on the sideline, he was marking it, but he looked for help from one of his. He went over the sideline. Javier Walker, number 26, the field judge, raced in to make sure that no catch was given.
Lamar is 5 for 11 for 94 yards and the interception. Trying to elude the run. Garrett today.
Line, and right there he gets past the quarterback but keeps on working. Typically with a guy like Lamar Jackson, you say, hey,
because as he went past him, Graham forced him back to Garrett, and Garrett finishes him off.
So Myles Garrett has 3 today, and now 10 sacks in the last 4 games.
Get as many people out in the route as possible to be able to work the ball down the field to put points on the board. So when you're doing double teams in the 2-minute where you're trying to get more guys out in the passing route.
So help me out, guys. That was a Ravens try and get out of this half already up 6, but after that momentum play, they chose to take one there.
So Baltimore has it and likely is short of a first down. And Kevin Stefanski will call timeout. We will be back in 30 seconds right after this.
That trainer.
Megan Trainer. I'm all about that brace, no trouble. Give me your arm.
He does sports.
So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm.
Why is no one clapping?
Even on that play, Myles Garrett was in the backfield applying the heat on Lamar Jackson.
And you tell your punt returner back there, Malachi Corley, you better be sure-handed or get away from, Gage Lavarde.
He fields it at the 6 on a hop. That was
that ball ambitious. Found him.
It's over. It's been a first half full of miscues for the Ravens.
And when you're the Cleveland Browns and you're trying to make a win in a game like tips and overthrows, gotta have those. Deion Bush comes with the touchdown and then jumping off sides right there. Shift coordinator absolutely loves it.
Are you doing anything big here if you're Cleveland? Because I am not.
And 4 down at the 12. And it looks like neither side with 3 sacks in the first half, totaling 18 yards long. AJ is down on the sidelines with John Harbaugh.
Coach, penalties, turnovers, Myles Garrett hurt you in that first.